Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between September 1st and September 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can contact me at queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. You will find my email also in the description box below here. So I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and I will start shuffling your cards. And I call the divine with love and light. And I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun is in Virgo and will move over to Libra at the 22nd of September. It's going into Virgo actually on 3 days from now, but in September it will be in Virgo. It's going into Virgo in the 22nd of August, and today when I'm doing this, it's the 19th of August. We will also have the solar eclipse and the new moon in Leo on the 21st. But this is the September reading. So the Sun will be in Virgo and move over to Libra at the 22nd of September. Mercury is moving retrograde on the cusp between Virgo, Leo, and station September 5. And it's moving out of Leo September 9 and into Virgo. And it's ending up there throughout the month. Also, Mars and Venus will transit from Leo to Virgo. Full moon is in Pisces, September 6. New moon on the cusp, Virgo, Libra, September 20. We will also have the September equinox on the 22nd, the day that Sun transit over to Libra. So equinox means equally long day and night throughout the world. Jupiter moves direct in Libra. Saturn moving direct in Sagittarius. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Neptune is moving retrograde in Pisces, and Uranus retrograde in Aries. For you, Cancer, moon moves through 14 till 15 of September. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, my dear Cancer, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. The past is probably August, but it might stretch into the rest of the summer. And if it's Major Arcana card, it might be talking about bigger life cycles. And here we have the first part of September, probably. And this is the second part of September. It might move in like 3 months into the future. We are doing forecast here with Tarot, looking into the future, so you will know what's coming ahead of you, and you will be prepared, and you will also have a lot of messages here of how to deal with those situations. But you might not recognize yourself, since it might be a little bit into the future. And you can come back later to when you're actually in this situation and hear more of the messages that you didn't pick up the first time. It can be good also to come back when you are actually through with the mission, so to speak, to see if you were able to solve this, the karma, the issue. It might have been like a personal issue with you. Maybe you were lacking in self-love, or you were not able to communicate yourself, and you will see if you made it through, if you were able to help yourself in this situation in the best way possible. So here we have the World card. It has come for almost every one of the signs, and but it's only one sign before you, I think, that had the World card in this position. They mostly have had this in this or this position or here, so it's different. But the World card is talking about an ending of a karma. It's like you have been completing a mission, a big life mission, a big long mission. It might be stretching over like a full year, full grand year. It's almost 26,000 years when the Sun is moving through every star sign. So or rather we are moving through every star sign. It's like changing with 2,100 years, something like that. And we are here between Pisces and Aquarius. We are almost going into Aquarius. During the Bible age, we were in Aries, and in really ancient Egyptian age, we were in Taurus. And even before that, we were in Gemini and Cancer. So it's moving like the counterclockwise through the star signs. So a grand year is a big year, and it's amazing that human beings have been able to calculate this in a very ancient age, and maybe also remembering all these ages once. So you have been doing a grand lesson, and you have been completing it. And the world is usually like a final test when you are going to do this final test and get your diploma. So we will see what's coming here for you, Cancer. But it seems like you have been doing really good in completing this mission of yours. So the next card is Two of Coins. I think Capricorn had it like this. The Two of Coins and the World. And you have it like this instead. The World and the Two of Coins. So this is actually Capricorn in Jupiter, and we have like Jupiter is in Libra now. I think it's opposing maybe Pluto in Capricorn. So it's a connection between that. And the wheel is talking about this karma again. Things that's going around and around, the same pattern appearing again and again. And it's like the same nightmare over and over again until you are being able to find the solution, the right solution. So you're freeing the energy and you can step on and dream something else. So and usually we have a very certain specific pattern in our lives, and it's not the same as other people have. So you can see your friend stepping into the same pitfall over and over again that you would never do, while she is succeeding or he is succeeding in something that you are always failing in. So it's marvelous to see those patterns, and we know that they are unique for us. So we know also by that there is a solution to the problem. We don't have to keep those patterns in our lives. What we need to do is to become aware of them. This person is kind of bicycling through darkness in water without a steering wheel. So it's very possible that this person will trip into the same pitfall again. So I'm seeing a lot of Cancer will do the same thing, even though you already have learned a lesson. You know this exactly. It's something here. Cancer are very emotional, so it might be love that's tricking you into falling into the same pitfall. But sometimes it might be you're doing this for someone else as well, because you can be called, even though you yourself are ready to walk out of the situation. It might be that you are called by the divine. You will see signs and things that maybe you're supposed to return to an old situation. There's still things to be changed within that. There's still growing potential of some sort. We have Ace of Coins, that's a gift. Two of Coins, it's baby steps towards the goal. And usually then we are not very skilled at what we do, so we will trip and fall a lot. It's like learning to crawl before you can walk or run even. And it's a little rainbow here, so this person is with a lot of hope that this will go well, and they are trying to balance up everything. Maybe you are trying to balance up your emotions and your counterpart's emotion, making your boss happy while this person might not make you that happy, or trying to make your partner happy and hoping that they will team up with you and try to make you happy too. So it's a little bit like working for two. Maybe you are overdoing it a little bit, doing a little bit too much. But we will see with the next card here. And here we have the Seven of Cups. So it seems like emotions are your pitfall, Cancer. Maybe your big heart is the problem. Maybe you have so much love to give to others and you don't want to see them fall. So it might be that you're catching them when they are actually supposed to fall, maybe a little bit. Because they need to learn something too. And if you're always there and trying to catch everyone and seeing to that they don't have to feel those feelings because you think that you are better suited to do this because you have this big heart and you know how it feels and you don't want anyone else to feel the same. So you're always there kind of with this like, catching people when they fall. Seven of Cups, it might also mean that there's cancers that had a lot of other options, like a lot of other options. You could choose other roads to go from here. You don't have to go on the same road that you are used to, but it's a little bit scary. Cancer can be a little bit homey, wants to have everyone around that you're used to, having your family gathered. You can travel to new places, but there's no place like home. You want to return, so it might be hard for you to, if you have lost one lover, for example, you have learned a lesson back here that you needed to do certain things, maybe to strengthen yourself. We have seen this with you. You waited for someone for eons of time, and then suddenly you didn't wait anymore. But here it seems like you are maybe having a bad conscience about that, or a problem to move on from the old situation. Maybe you're still in love with that person, and it's so hard to find interest in someone new. How to love them in the way that you have loved this other person. But if you look back, if you have lived a little, you can see that the people that you that were your best friend in second grade and that you lost due to some trivial fight, or the first love that you have, or the second, maybe you have forgotten about them now. Maybe it doesn't hurt so much. Maybe even if you got the chance to be back together with them, it wouldn't like give you any thrills. Maybe it would actually be like almost like overwhelming, or like I feel this repulsion in some way. But it might be that you have this repulsion towards meeting new people, changing your life step by step, meeting new people. It feels a little bit overwhelming. Maybe you get tired of doing this. Maybe it's you just want to have like those one that you are used to around you, and feel the love with those people. You don't want to try. Like it doesn't. It's like you don't have the energy, or you don't feel up for it in some way. But it's a swamp. So you have to wade through it, and this is kind of your final test here after the world. It's your time to take this diploma. So wade through this swamp, even if it feels like a lot of resistance and you really don't want to do it. For some of you, it might be that you have a lot of suitors or a lot of like appreciation, but no one feels like, okay, you have all these people interested in you, but you are not interested in them. So that can also lower your energy, like feeling like, so why can't you meet someone that's attracted to you and that you are also attracted by? Why always this game, like chasing the tail of someone, and they're chasing, another one is chasing the tail of you. So I'm also seeing jealousy here. It might be people being jealous at you, like since you are moving on. But really, it's not much to be jealous about, because you don't feel like it's that exciting. You just try to make a new beginning for yourself. You want to have happiness, and you don't really know how to take yourself through this phase. It's new for you. It's nothing you have not used to doing this before. Maybe you are used to really fight for your relationships, and now you have given it up, and you don't. It feels overwhelming to know how to move on, or to build up something new here. Okay, and here we have a Two of Cups. So it seems like you have been able to make it like being attracted to people, actually, or for you already in a relationship, there might be fear that another person isn't, like, you feel like they don't love you enough, or they fear that you don't love them enough. But it seems to be like a mutual fear. So if you're in a relationship with someone, you're probably having kind of the same fear, but seeing it from a little bit different angle. So communication would be good, to actually tell each other how you really feel. And the truth is better than sitting on a lie, or trying to feed someone with a white lie to make them happy, because this is not really nice, and this is not really catching a person at all. It's just they are going to feel that you're not that into them, or you are going to feel that they are not that into you. So it's better to show with, like, go with open cards, even if it will make you lose something that you are valuing. So it's a lot of fear here as well, how to move on, how to and what is it that you really feel. It's like you're a lot of confused as well. The Wheel of Fortune might have been like making a real number on you and make your head spin. But it feels like there's love there. It's just like a lot of misunderstandings, and maybe there's not really good communication either. And when you are like far apart or not really telling the other person what's really going on, there's a lot of room for making up fairy tales of what's going on, and this person will imagine one thing and you will imagine another thing. This is usually Cancer. So you might be dealing with an earth sign or an air sign, since we have Libra also in the mix. To talk things through might be really good, but maybe you're not up for that either. I feel a little bit of low energy, and if you are feeling like this, we'll see. Maybe it's supposed to. Okay, so we have Death here. Death. I think you need to not fearing so much the revelation of something that could lead to the end of a relationship. If it must go, it must go. And it's like you're trying to hold on to something that doesn't really work for you, but it's more underneath here, because I see so many scenarios. Some is for you're in relationships, and for those, the relationship hasn't really been working that well during the summer, even though you were able to complete some big task. It's a lot of feelings, it's a lot of remedies. When you actually been able to work this out with one person, it might be that you need to go back and work it out also with extended family, or like deeper in with other relationship. Just because you have done it with one doesn't mean that you are through. It's like you still have things to deal with in similar situation, but in other relationships. And Death here, it says that whatever you fear is probably the key to where you need to go. But it's a lot of different things. Some of you fear like dating other people, or have to go into a relationship with others, and there's a lot of resistance here. And with the Death, I agree with you. It's nothing to fear really, but it might be that you're waiting for something to change, because you have the Two of Coins here and Death. So it's like maybe you shouldn't be dating. Maybe you should be waiting a little bit. And maybe this tired feeling is sent from the divine for you to wait for someone to catch up again. So you have been very tolerant and waiting for this happiness to come to you. And it might be that there's just a little step left for this big change to come through, and then happiness will come to you. Because after number 13, Death, comes 14, the Alchemist. Like, well, finally the penny falls down with maybe the other person, and they are able to join you at your level. And this can go either way. Some of you might, of course, have this problem with Cancer instead, that they are not being able to take the next step within a relationship, take responsibility for something, or whatever it might be. But I'm reading for Cancer, but it might be the other way around. So for you cross watchers, you know that this you will know which one is you and which one is the other. I'm thinking there's big things going on behind the scenes, and you are not being told everything. So therefore you are feeling confused and not really knowing what to do, because there's a plan and it hasn't been revealed for you. You just need to follow your emotion in this situation. And don't give up hope, because some of you might feel like, well, I will give up love relationships altogether. They are so hopeless. Try to keep a little bit of that hope. But in the same way, it might be good to feel this way as well, because then you will fall. like a little bit deeper. And when you fall, every time you fall a little bit deeper, you get a little bit more of information from your subconscious, from yourself, about yourself. You are getting to learn you are getting to know yourself better. So to fall in a little bit of depression and like giving up might be just what the doctor has ordered here. And it's Pluto again. We had Pluto, Capricorn, Jupiter thingy going on here. So I think it's almost like a little bit of a siege. You might be dealing with very judgmental people that's trying to make themselves feel safe, but not thinking about anyone else, while you are thinking about everyone else and trying to make them feel safe. So there's some kind of balance that needs to be fixed here. And you can hear with what I'm saying, what's your deal in this. Not enabling people anymore, but actually taking away that magic carpet and let them deal with their own stuff, and then maybe they will miss you and try to change for you. That will be a very nice thing, like a very big exposure of love if they would actually try to change for you. And it's a little bit sad again, because I feel a lot of Cancer is always trying to change themselves for other people, and yet I feel that you would feel that this would be such a beautiful act, but it comes natural for you to change for other people. Why doesn't it come natural for other people to change for you? So I think you are kind of teaching people how they are allowed to speak to you or treat you, and you might need to check in on that. If you are showing people that you will lay flat and do whatever it takes to be together, maybe they are starting to take you for granted. Okay, so, but it's not, you're very taken care of. And I think that there's a lot of, like a lot of spirits and helpers standing online for you. It's just that your mission is quite hard. So it's not so easy. So it's not your fault, really. I'm actually thinking that you're doing very good. Okay, so past, this is present, and here we have a 9 of coins, and it comes underneath the world. So I guess this is what you have learned to become more rock solid, take better care of you, making things better for in your circumstances, and kind of she's standing in the midst of a thunderstorm here, and it's a little bit like this brooding cloud that you have here behind. This clouds here, it's hard to see maybe, but it's really this yellow kind of thunderstorm clouds back there. So I think that you don't have to bother so much with this. Maybe you can separate yourself from dramatic or difficult or unclear situations a little bit. Taking a step back, going inside of yourself a little bit. This is connected to the 9, the Hermit, and it's bridges. So still like having connection with people, but more aiming the love towards you, taking better care of you, pamper yourself a little bit, giving yourself like beautiful vacations, spa days, moisturizing your body, taking care of your feet with a beautiful foot bath, or nourishing yourself with whole foods, and just concentrating on taking care of yourself. Meditate, mindfulness practices, maybe training, doing yoga, running. So I think pamper yourself, and maybe taking yourself away a little bit from relationships for a while would be good. Maybe you are supposed to reboot a little, to build up your strength a little, because I really felt like this sad, depressed energy with you, and it's not your fault. It's just that you have been so extended, like being stretched like a rubber band to your limits, and I think you need to take care of that rubber band, moisture it up a little bit so it will be able to stretch once more. So self-love seems to be very important, and we have Venus going into Virgo here. So that will be a very good time to pamper yourself and really shower yourself with love and attention, taking time for yourself, and really do that program that's so healthy for you, taking maybe extra vitamins and minerals and this exercise program. It doesn't have to be much, like do 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. That might be enough. And take a walk in the middle of the day, but something that's for you, taking care of you, building up your strength. And here we have an 8 of Wands, and it's coming underneath the 2 of Coins. So there might come through some communication for you from an earth sign or a person with earth in their chart. They might want to make up for misunderstanding, and I think they will acknowledge the hard work that you have been doing here. With 8 of Wands, it's like wanting to clear up misunderstandings, and that's really needed because you had this thing between you two where you didn't speak, but rather imagined what the other person was feeling or thinking. And usually it's more about yourself. It's not so much to do with the other person. You can imagine that they want to be left alone, but really they are missing you. So it's just what you yourself need. Maybe you need to be left alone. But here it seems like there will come through some clarification, some communication that will clarify and make room for truth instead of misunderstandings. And also, as I said, acknowledge for what you have been through here in the past. And here we have the 5 of Cups, and it comes underneath the 7 of Cups. So there will be a little bit dipping with the toes in that sad water again, like this primordial swamp where you are being hurt over and over again, never seems to make it through to the other side and actually get the love and support that you need. And just go for it. Just go with a roller coaster, like follow this feeling wherever it wants to take you. I trust that it wants to take you somewhere good. It wants you to see the whole tour of what you have been put yourself through, what other has been put you through, and the different way that you have reacted to this, so you will get a better understanding of how to deal with those situations in the future. It might also be that someone is coming back from the past and kind of saying that they are very sad about how things went down between you two. So it's a little bit like returning to the old realm where the things that you thought already was solved and put to rest. Here with the Death card, you have both the World and the Death. The World card is really ending. It's starting again with a 0, like it's a year, a new year. Death is not really an ending. It's just a continuation with the same energy, but on another level. So you have 2 endings. So I think that you really thought that you were done with this, but you're not. There's still like things within you, even if you were able to deal with this time and maybe show yourself better respect and take better care of yourself and distance yourself from a situation that was hurtful. The hurt is still within you, so you still need to deal with that. And you don't want to, of course, because you don't want to remember the 11,001 times you were hurt by different people. It's not going to feel good at all. See what we can say about that. Queen of Swords. Okay, so you just need to see it. You just need to be aware of it and pay attention to it. And because it's going to give you some wisdom. It's going to give you some wisdom of all this. It's not going to be a clutter anymore in your wardrobe or in your past. You're going to know why it happened. You're going to understand other people and why they did what they did, what you should have done if you were older, wiser, more experienced, and therefore you will be able to take this as experience that you will be able to use in the future, becoming a little bit more like itty bitty more judgmental, being able to read a situation like you have been in it before, so you know how to handle it in the future. So you just need to check your baggage for the valuable life lesson that it wanted to give you. It wasn't there just to torment you, it was there to enlighten you. And Queen of Swords is really enlightened, like really smart and logic and fair and just. So she will be able to make justice in your life. And also if someone is coming back here from the past, it's like a sewage returning, water coming up from the toilet. So you will be able to judge fair and square this situation and this person if they are coming with an offer of some sort. And you are going to be very clear with this. You are going to be able to say exactly the words that you need to say, and you are going to be able to see if they are sincere or not. And here we have a 4 of coins, and it comes underneath death. Death is number 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So it seems like you have learned to face the consequences and shut people out, or to sacrifice relationship that's not really supportive, or they are making you more sad than happy. So you're going to be able to put boundaries towards people that has been stealing your energy. How cute they may be when they are coming back here and saying that they're sorry. You're going to be able to judge them fair and square and put like the right kind of judgment in order for you to protect yourself. You have learned something from this past situation. So it's just, I'm feeling that you're so tired of this. So it's not a really big problem. It's just that you are being tested to do something that you actually have learned already here. Now you're just being tested, so you really have learned the lessons. But I'm feeling that you're so sick and tired of having it like this. So that's why I'm a little bit low in my energy, because I feel for you guys. But I'm telling you, it's not a big problem. It's just that there's a lot of memories connected to the waters within you, like water stores memories. That's why tears flow down your cheek when you remember something that's a little bit sad. And you need to check out those memories, because they will make you sharp as a blade, so you will be able to put boundaries. So don't make this personal about you, that everyone is so out to get you or hurt you, or you can never get support. It's not like that. It's rather that you haven't been giving you yourself the support that you needed, and from now on you are going to. So don't give up. Don't fall into hopelessness and give up on love and family and job and everything. Just take the lesson and become a little bit more like logic and sharp, and just don't give up, okay? Just don't get overwhelmed by this rendezvous to the past and seeing all this, like sorting up or lining up all those relationships that has been not fruitful. It's going to give you necessary experience, but it wants to drag you down into despair, and don't follow it down there. Even if you would, as I said, you will find beautiful things down there. It's always like this, but I think it's a bridge here right now. You don't have to. You see here, I can show you. It's bridge, and then this beautiful kind of tower for you, or a wall which you can have and protect yourself better with, so you don't have to feel like this. So I don't think you have to fall down to the, like, even if you're used to this and you can crawl around in your emotions and you are a water person, so it's no big problem. You don't have to. You can go on the bridge over to the other side, and you don't have to do a new deep, like depression diving, and exclude yourself from love or relationships. you can go over with dry feet to the other side here. And it's a Queen of Swords, so it might be a Libra that you're in love with, or an air person, or a earth person with air in their chart or something, but you have steel in their mojo. It's like you have learned from them. You learned a lesson already here, so now you just need to show that you can use it and not fall into despair. If you fall into despair, it's fine. You will probably learn more than the people that's making over it, you themselves over to the other side. But I think this bridge is it's a shortcut, to be honest. Maybe you will want to go like summer class, but this is a shortcut. Okay, this is the future, and underneath the world, and this you becoming so self-loving and taking care of yourself. The 9 of coins, we have the Lovers. So there's some kind of, maybe it's coming in a new love, or there will be a reunion with lovers when you have learned to love yourself, respect yourself, take care of yourself, protect yourself, talk for yourself, communicate yourself, all those things. love will come. And here it's a Page of Cups. So it might be that the person in your life that before was not really happy with having to deal with their emotion is not now ready to do so, because they wanted to change for you. So they are ready to expose their vulnerable little heart to you, because now they trust you. When you are trusting yourself more, others is going to trust you too. When you don't throw yourself like in front of every bus, people are going to feel more safe with you. When you are having more boundaries towards them, you are making them feel safe. It's like this. You can see it yourself. If there's a person in your surrounding that's very authoritative but yet calm, every person will kind of flock around them and want to be in their energy. So to be this firm is actually a good thing. It's calming for everyone around. And it might be that you have been holding like all the emotions before, so the other person needed to hold all the logic. And now when you become more logic and taking better care of yourself, the other one can become more emotional. So you're sharing the things and becoming like twice as much as you were before. So love offering coming in here, maybe from the past, something that has returned again and again. 8 is also eternity symbol. Page of Cups is open heart. So you have Page of Cups, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups here. Open heart sometimes hurts, but if you are able to take care of yourself in this way, it's not that hard. Okay, it will be just fine when you finally are able to have protection for your heart. You can open it, and it won't be a problem, because you, in any second that the person will show a bad personality trait, you will tell them calmly, no, that makes me feel like this and this, so don't do that. And if they continue, you will put yourself in a much more safe place, like retracting your emotions a little bit and saying, okay, so if you are going to be like that, I'm going to save myself because I'm very protective of my little entity here. So it's like your safety system is in order, and it just needs to be taken for a test drive. And here you have also a little Page of Wands. So Page of Wands and Page of Cups. Some of you might be dealing with a fire sign as well. You have Sagittarius here, and it might also be twin flame relationships, two. And this ongoing soulmates also, but in a child work, it's like both of you have become much more passionate and more interested in actually having a connection. This might also be you meeting a lot of new people. It might be you having more than one person in your life as well. The love doesn't come between those two, as you see. It comes love and then 2 people. So it might be that Cancer will have 2 people, or you will meet a fire sign. And a fire sign that might have like the same background as you, with being a lot of like being put through a lot of pain and hurt in their relationships. So you might have kind of a little bit the same background. And here you have Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Death. So it might be like a Scorpio, Libra, or a fire sign, air sign that might come in, and still they have problems in their background. They have gone through big metamorphosis, but who hasn't in these days? And they have also been able to accomplish a lot of things here. So I think this might also be you being like more revolutionary, taking better care of yourself, going out and finding new situations for your little heart to deal with. But it might also be messages coming through from past love, if you have been with not Earth in this context, but we have, as I said, Scorpio, air, and fire here, water as well again here. So dating might be like love is waiting for you because now you love yourself. So this might be totally new love. But I'm seeing also that there might be like someone with earth in their chart have opened their heart for you. And here we have a 5 of swords underneath this Queen of Swords, and it coming here 2 of coins, 5 of cups, 5 of swords. So this is a little bit of a threat to you. This is people going to again try to do stupid things towards you. They want to have your love, and they probably love you, but they don't know how to love in a way that's making like a win-win situation for people. But you are fiery here. So if there comes like a person that's trying to weigh you down, trying to drag you down, because it's like you're lifting here, and other people might think, well, this person is being way too happy. I liked them better when they were sad and loved me. So it might be that they are going to try to drag you down into the situation that you were before. So again, there's a lot of pitfalls for you here. It's like walking on a minefield, but you are so skilled now. You have gone through so many metamorphoses here, both with the world and the death, and you know how to deal with pain. So I think you won't be so bothered by this. Yes, you will go out and date, and you will meet one or few sneaky people that are only out to win over you or get something from you. But you are going to be able to detect them and protect yourself from them. But be awake, because yes, this is like a test run. It's a vicious plan from the divine to see how strong and healthy you are. This is it's Leo here, strength, and I think it's with this Page of Wands that you have retracted from the deep waters of how you have been treated before. So you see this flanked, this 5 of Swords is flanked. It might be an air sign, flanked with this strength. So I think you will be able to deal with just perfectly with this. Just trust yourself and your own instincts. This is following your own instincts, your own intuition, feeling, trusting yourself. And it's this arch again, like the self-love has given you so much strength, because you don't really need anyone else when you love yourself, but you want to have other people. This is like, I want to be happy. I want to have this, what I never got. I want to feel loved. I want to feel appreciated. So you are going to go through all those tests for the sake of being loved. And if someone is trying to drag you down in drama again, you're not going to engage, because you have faced death. You have built a new strong foundation for yourself, and you are so like, this is a card of feeling very relaxed, and whatever people do say, you won't be really bothered by it. You won't take it personally. You will know that this is about this other person having these problems, and I'm sad for them, really, but I'm not going to let them drag me down. So I'm just going to hold up a mirror and kind of say, well, this is what I see. Can you see it? How you're dealing with this, how you're acting, that this is not like a friendship way to act. And if we are going to be friends, you're going to have to play nice. And if not, I'm strong enough to sacrifice you again if it's necessary. Okay, so Cancer, it seems like you will be like really popped up on energy in the end of September. Things are going to hit off for you. You are going probably to start date again, and energy will have come back. You're just waiting for some message where you really needed to use your logic and your protective skills to deal with this message. And when you have done so, when this message have come through, 8 of Wands, and you were able to deal with it in a very grown-up, judgmental, safe, grounded kind of way, energy will hit up for you. You will catch a new aeroplane into the future with very hopeful energy. But again, you will meet adversaries. And it's just to prove your strength over again. It's like this increasing of this strength. Here it's like 2 things. A Queen of Swords, trusting herself, her own judgmental skills, and the Four of Coins being protective. And this, when you did this, it's like your soul switch came through into your body, because you trust yourself and your soul, your instincts, your intuition. So it's like saying welcome to your soul. So now you're like a super being, like a super entity, you're super you. And you trust yourself, and you don't this is not going to be a big problem. It's just you're going to be tested and tested and tested until it comes natural for you to deal with these people without making a big war, or without letting them to drag you down, or you're just going to be very cool about it, and loving yourself first and foremost, and just seeing through exactly what they are doing and not hating them for it. Still love them in some way, like caring for them, knowing that if you were in their place, you would probably be the same. You can't really know what they have been through that made them like this. So you will be like grown up about it, but you will still put yourself first. Okay, so we'll see what has been going on for you in the past here, my dear Cancer. So in the past, you were really orchestrated by the divine. They have really helped you through this gateway, through a lot of gateways, and they're still helping you to all of these gateways that you need to go through. It's like a birth canal, and it's a different test with every of these gates, but they are helping you. So be very mindful of symbols like feathers, or numbers reappearing like again and again, or the same name, or road signs. It might be different things. You will notice it if you are aware enough, and just see that, oh, this is repeating, or you can ask question and you will get answer, maybe to radio or to like random commercial letters or whatever. So you will see that you're very in tuned and you're very helped, and it's like a gracious work that you are doing together with the divine for a higher purpose. So you're not alone. The price you pay is with your emotions, because you're Cancer and watery. So but this is making you the most wonderful tool for the divine to open other people's hearts. Because you have shown a very good example, so people are very much in love with you. It's just that they are not as brave as you to show their emotions, and they are kind of called to do so, and you are called to help them also through all those portals. And it's only you that can do it. So you're kind of like James Bond here with this mission. You're specially chosen to do this because you're so great. Okay. Cancer, a future for Cancer. What will the future hold when it comes to love, creativity, and spirituality? Future for Cancer. Too many cards. Oh no, I don't like this. Seven of Pentacles. I think I saw this with your reading like throughout the whole year, from the summer 2016, and I hope that you are done with this. But this is like a person harvesting the mistletoe for the Christmas party. Jul, it's the name in Swedish. It means a wheel, going one round. So when we are in the darkest place of the year, we want to have things that's ever green forever into our home, to kind of welcome spring again and reassure ourselves a little bit, like comfort ourselves that spring will come one day. So you're still in this state. You're hoping for the future. You're waiting for spring to come. But the key is that you're still waiting. And this is what's dragging you down with your mood here with the Seven of Cups. And here we have a Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is about balance. You are so wise, Cancer. And there's a lot of people that needs to learn from you. A lot of people like this. And they are kind of dragging you down, making you feel tired. It's like, oh, is the world so full of just stupid people? But it's not. They are just like attracted to you because you have something to teach them, with the divine backing you up and the wisdom that you have, and so this is like this hermit energy. Also, take care of yourself so you are able to continue with this giving of life lessons to people. Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and here we have a Ten of Pentacles. So you're still tired, but at least there's beautiful situations in your life, and there's people loving you, even those that might be your adversaries. They are really flocking around you, and again, it's like your children. They want to be taught by you, so they are actually not your enemy. They are your family. And as we saw with the World card, you might like be dealing with soulmates, people that you have worked with for eons of time. So even if they are like weighing you down, they are your family, and you love them, and that is why you have been enabling them this far. But now you need to. They have kind of gone into their teenager, so you need to become more strict with your bringing up the teaching methods. So I'm laughing because I felt this tired feeling, and I'm seeing here you look very tired. Like, how long can this go on? But you have so much, it's so many people. It might even be animals wants to come to you and be taught by you. So, and in the end we have the moon here, and the moon is your card. You share it with Pisces. The moon howling towards the moon. So that's why I say pain is no problem for you, because this is your realm. But it's like you're inviting other people to your realm. You are going to let them feel this pain too, and not by revenge, but just by not taking their crap anymore. So the old ways that they have been doing things won't work. And then they will feel like this, and they will eventually be taught this, what you need to teach them, and what you already know. So this is tedious for you, and this is going to be tedious for them too, but there's no other way. It's through pain that we grow. It's pain that's being like the fire in our behind, so we will start running and do something about things. We can have the carrot in front of our nose, but pain is very efficient. It's very good for making people grow. What can I say? There's some of you will choose the road to depression here, because you don't have the energy to have any like happy feelings anymore. You have been giving too much, so you might need to stop giving and start receiving instead. And maybe you will be energized by putting out like a little bit of like knocks to right and left here. That might make you in a better mood, actually, because this will balance up your energy, instead of just being the one that takes the punches and being like gracious with it and trying to be understanding. And yes, I know this person has had problems from before, so I need to take this into consideration, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you can just act really natural here with your instincts. Queen of Swords is kind of a bitch too. So instead of just dwelling around in your very tired, sad feelings, you just throw a little bit of punches. And I think this is what the divine wants. So you don't have to even get like bad consciousness. It's just you don't have to take it to extreme and be evil. You just have to tell people the truth that you see, and actually maybe communicate how tired you are of their behavior, because the tiredness came through very, very, very much here. So this might be what you need to show them. Like, this is how I feel when I'm around you. This is what you do. Stealing my energy, my mojo. Stop with it. Okay, so my dear Cancer, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. And if you ever if you want to continue on this journey with me, you are welcome back in the middle of September. Okay, bye-bye.